Welcome back, guys. So today we're taking another look at the Retrobit Super Retro-Cade. Doing some add-ons, arcade stuff, where it's at, a lot of cool things going on. So, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay guys, so where we're at with this, pretty sweet. I dropped that 50 pack not that long ago. Awesome stuff. I've been enjoying it. I know a lot of people have as well, so cool. But some changes, some additions, some craziness going on. So what's the deal here? A lot of requests out there, Neo Geo, a bunch of other games for arcade. So we made that happen today. So if you remember, I did showcase some packs done by Tom Gellert. He did some console packs, you know, NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, that kind of stuff. He also worked on some Neo Geo stuff as well. And I was working on the same stuff at, you know, around the same time, I guess, or maybe a little bit after. And we wound up combining work. I kind of took a look at what he was doing, tested all his games out, made sure they worked, went through, combined what I did with what he did, and, you know, just went back through and tested everything, you know, all the odds and ends in between. We discovered there's some issues with Neo Geo. It's probably the system in general. If a game is over like 24 megabytes, it just won't load. It looks like it's going to load, but then it exits out. So we had to squash all those from the get-go and then go through and test everything. He tested the majority of the games. I tested, I want to say for Neo Geo, maybe close to 70, 65 or 70. So I took the games he tested, took the games I tested, and then double checked everything because there might have been a few that were missed. I found a handful, very small handful, that I just had to get rid of. So we do not have the complete Neo Geo library, but damn near close. Pretty sweet stuff. So that's the backstory to this pack. The other thing, and you're already going to notice from my original pack, I used that three-piece artwork, and I thought the three-piece artwork looked really good. A little screenshot, logo in the corner, box art. I've changed my mind. I don't like that art anymore. I love this. Using the logo, just having it big, smack dab in the center, makes it very easy to identify what games you're looking at, what games you are selecting. I'm all about arcade stuff, so essentially I'm just going to use the arcade packs. I don't really care about the console stuff. I want arcade action. So I converted my original pack, which was 50 games, and I also added a bunch more to it. And we'll kind of go through and take a look at that in a moment. So I took that original 50, changed the artwork to this style, added a bunch of games to that, made it with this artwork style, and then also took those Neo Geo games that we collaborated on, you know, get the artwork together, tested everything. So every game on here has been tested, and there is, I believe, exactly 175 games. So pretty awesome. I think that's a solid set of games. Are you going to play every single one of them? Probably not. But there's a ton of classics, maybe even stuff you have not discovered before. And I'll kind of pinpoint a few things that I think is worth checking out. So this will be out there. You know, peep out the Facebook group. Links will be somewhere. You'll see it. This time I did add a little note in there, a little README file that explains exactly how to get this set up, because some people had some questions to that. It's very easy. Take that Retrobit Games folder, put it on your SD card, pop it in. That's it. The one issue that I have seen people talk about, because I've only done this with a 16 gigabyte card, actually a SD card adapter with a 16 gigabyte micro SD card. But I've heard of people using 64 gigs and 128 gigs, and most of the people trying 128 gigabytes, the system doesn't recognize it. I've talked to a couple people that said 64 gigabytes doesn't work. I have not tested those, but what I'm saying, the compatibility is going to be, you know, anywhere from bottom of the barrel 2 gigs up to 32. So just keep that in mind, that you're going to need a smaller card. You're not going to really use up all that space. I mean, I guess you could, but having a 16 to 32 gigabyte card, you should be fine to be able to slam out hundreds, if not a few thousand games. So like I said, I'm more about the arcade stuff. I'm not touching any other consoles. I'm going to continually add to this. And like I said, it's the addition of those 50 games plus a bunch of ones that I added to that pack with the Neo Geo bundle all together for your pleasure. So let's go ahead and peep it out, see what games are on here, and I'll kind of discuss a few things. So going through, we do have 1943 Kai. I'm going to point something out. We'll notice in a moment. 2020 Baseball, 3-count bout, Alpha Mission 3, Altered Beast, Andro Dunos, don't know what the heck that game is. It's a Neo Geo game, but Aggressors of Dark Combat, The Art of Fighting, 3, the first 3 games, Avengers, Alien vs. Predator, Bang Bead, I don't know what the heck that is, Blues Journey, Blazing Star. I mean, those are Bang Bead's a Neo Geo game. I might have to check it out. Blood Brothers, one of my favorites of all time. B-Rap Boys. This is a hidden gem. If you have not played B-Rap Boys, I am telling you right now, play it. It is awesome. You will thank me later. You have not lived life until you've played B-Rap Boys. Seriously. I'm not even joking. Breaker's Revenge. Baseball Stars 1 and 2. Burger Time. Burger Time, I thought I was messing with that before and I thought I added it. But then I thought back on that. I didn't add it on the initial first pack because I was thinking Burger Time was already on the Super Retro-Cade. But it's the NES version that's on there. They didn't put the arcade version. So boom, arcade version. Tested and working. Every single game on here works. Don't trip. Bubble Bobble 2 and 1. Now, the deal with that, why it's listed that way, is because of the file names. So do not change the arcade file names. You don't want to mess with that because then you can wind up, the games just won't work. The emulators won't recognize them. So that's why you'll see occasionally it's not exactly in order. It's an alphabetical order, but it's an alphabetical order by the file name. So just remember that. So Bubble Bobble 2, the file name, comes before Bubble Bobble 1, I guess, as far as the way the system alphabetizes stuff. So, hey, it is what it is. Just wanted to point that out. Burning Fight, Cabal, pretty sweet game, especially if you like Blood Brothers. I think Blood Brothers is the better of the two, but Cabal's pretty awesome as well. Contra, the OG original arcade game, sweetness. Crosspang, Captain's Home a Day, Cyberlip, Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3, pretty sweet. The 2 Dungeons and Dragons games, awesome. Demon's World, Dig Dug 2. The first Dig Dug I cannot get to work, but I'm still going to try some things out. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work, but we do have Dig Dug 2 on here for the time being. Dimahoo, Cadillacs, and Dinosaurs. What? So you might be like, well, why is that, not really in the right spot? It's because the file name is Dino. So it comes after Dimahoo. Just pointing that out. Donkey Kong 3, and Donkey Kong Jr. Yes, Donkey Kong 3, the samples work. Everything's there. You get the full audio. Don't trip. For whatever reason, whatever emulator they're using, however they have this package together, the samples are enabled. So you get the full audio from Donkey Kong. Pretty cool. And then the Double Dragon Neo Geo game, fighting game. Darkstalkers, 8-man, Fatal Fury, Special, and then Fatal Fury 1, 2, and 3. Football Frenzy, Galaxy Fight, don't know that game. Ganryu, Gangbusters, Ghost Lop, Gigawing, Gold Times 3, Golden Axe, Ghost Pilots, Gunbird, Jackal, Puzzled, or Joy Joy. I think it's probably Joy Joy in Japan, Puzzled in the US. I don't know, one way or the other. Kabuki Clash, Karnoff's Revenge, Super Tag Battle, Kazuna, and King of Fighters 94 and 95, King of Monsters 1 and 2, League Bowling, Last Resort, Magical Drop 2, Magical Drop 3, awesome games. Magician Lord, Mario Bros. With the samples, yes, full audio, that's what I'm talking about. Mega Man Power Battle 1 and 2, Metal Slug 1 and 2, the others do not work. I think it might have been because of the size of the files. I'm not 100%, I gotta look back at that. But we do get Metal Slug 1 and 2, they do work. Miss Pac-Man, Mutation Nation, Marvel vs. Capcom, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, sweet game, NAM 1975, Ninja Combat, Ninja Commando, Neo Bomberman, Neo Geo Cup 98, Neo Drift Out, Nibbler. Nibbler is pretty sweet. I think I've always known about the game, but it really popped into my, radar when the Nibbler documentary came out with the dude that was like doing that marathon run of it, and just crazy old school game, but pretty fun, pretty interesting. Ninja Masters, Nightmare in the Dark. Nightmare in the Dark's pretty similar to Snow Bros. So if you like Snow Bros, which is one of my all-time favorite arcade games, hey, you might want to peep out Nightmare in the Dark. Pretty sweet. Over the Top, Pac-Land. Added Pac-Land, had to. Awesome game. Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Panic Bomber, Bomberman, Paperboy, another one of my favorites. I actually think I really like Paperboy in the NES more than I did the arcade, but it's still a fun game. Parodius, Puzzle Bobble 2, Puzzle Bobble, Pochi and Neo. I don't know what the heck Pochi and Neo is. Pop and Bounce, Popeye, sweet game. Power Spikes 2, The Punisher, Puzzle Day Pong, Q*bert, Rampage, Real Bout, Fatal Fury. The other Real Bout didn't work. Riding Hero, Robo Army, Robocop, R-Type, R-Type 2, Rygar, Strikers 1945, Sailor Moon, Samurai Showdown 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 5 special are no-go. Not at this time anyway. My favorite Samurai Showdown 2 anyway, so hey, I dig it. Savage Rain, Super Dodgeball, another awesome game. Sengoku, Sengoku 2, the very original Street Fighter. Boom, old school, where it all started. Street Fighter 2, which I did not originally have on the setup. Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 3. Shadow Dancer, and you cannot have Shadow Dancer without Shinobi, so there you go, Shinobi. Shock Troopers, The Simpsons, Snow Bros 2, the first Snow Bros, all-time classic. Soccer Brawl. Now this one you might be like, what the heck? But it's just like I said, it is the file name. Aero Fighters is also Sonic Wing in Japan, whatever. So boom, that kind of seems out of place, but it is what it is. It's file name. Spin Master, Spy Hunter 1 and 2. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Sidekicks 2, 3, and 4, Ultimate 11, Sunset Riders, Stakes Winner 2, Street Jam, the Super Spy, Turtles in Time, Turtles arcade game, Top Hunter, really sweet, awesome game. Another hidden gem that not a lot of people talk about. Definitely peep that one out. Really fun game. Top Players Golf, Thrash Rally, Truxton, Neo Turf Masters, Twin Cobra, Twinkle Star Sprites, World Soccer 96 Tecmo, UN Squadron, another awesome game. Viewpoint, Waku Waku 7, Wonder Boy, another one of my favorites. And then a bunch of the World Heroes games. World Heroes 1, 2, 2-Jet, and Perfect, Windjammers, WrestleFest, X-Men Children of the Atom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Z-Blade, and Zupa. So that is 175 awesome-ass games to mess around with. Man, it does take some work to test everything, to get the artwork set up and whatnot, but it's definitely worth it for this awesome system. If you're still looking for one of these, I highly recommend it. Super Retro-Cade, available on Amazon or castlemaniagames.com. If you go to castlemaniagames.com, free shipping on anything over 20 bucks. You can use my special promo code Pixel10 to get 10% off of your order. Doesn't apply to like certain pre-orders and special items, so just take note of that. Pretty sure it works for most everything, like 99% of the items on the website. But like I said, you can either get it there or Amazon. Link will be in the description. I really think Retrobit killed it with the Super Retro-Cade. A lot of people are enjoying this. This has been, bombarding the scene. A lot of people love it. Yes, there are other options out there, but I think this is a pretty sweet one at the time that you really don't have to worry about too much. You don't have to tinker. Just add your games and go. Grab these packs, throw them on there, and game. Pretty awesome stuff. Don't have the complete compatibility with everything, but I think what we got is pretty sweet. There's certain games I really wish worked on here, but they don't. Like Street Fighter 3, all versions of Street Fighter 3. I think they might be just too big of a file. Some of the Metal Slugs, stuff like that I really wish worked. But hey, it's all good. We got this up and running. We got these awesome packs, a lot of support out there. The community is growing. Peep out the Facebook group for more information. Smash that like button if you could. Really would appreciate that. And guys, with that said, I'm going to have to go ahead and play some darn Samurai Showdown 2. And here we go. Neo Geo games, they do take a second to load, but that's just how it is on any emulator. It's all good, man. It's all good. So guys, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.